I'm Mark Joseph. Join me today as we look at the Japanese in Los Angeles and their journey into the future. The Japanese community in Los Angeles stands at the crossroads between two worlds, two choices. Now that Japanese Americans have established themselves, they have become accepted by the culture around them. Not only have Japanese Americans been accepted, but in many cases they have been absorbed into the new culture.
Original essays, most of them have already gone, although we still have 96-year-old man who was baptized, was that last year? Yeah, last year, and he's 96 now. And he's been worshiping every Sunday. And we still have several people in 90s and a few more in 80s. But mostly now, our Japanese-speaking congregations, what we call Shin Issei's, you know, the Japanese people who came to the States after the war.
The people I know are fourth-generation Japanese, so their grandparents don't even speak Japanese anymore. But they still like to interact with other Asians, other Japanese people. So I think they would still continue to come out as long as, at least this area, as long as Little Tokyo maintained itself and continued to improve itself, such as, you know, the Japanese American National Museum.
The older Sansei generation has pretty much done that. They've moved out to Orange County and just assimilated everywhere else. But I feel like there's a draw back down to Little Tokyo now recently. Now that we have the Japanese American National Museum, it's kind of made people aware that there's a culture out there that you really ought to know if you're Japanese or even part Japanese. Little Tokyo is really still the base for all the Japanese American community.
Because we are at the crossroads, definitely. Now, what you see in Little Tokyo is a lot of the old mom and pop businesses have either moved or they've retired. And in that 20 years, the population that used to live in and around Little Tokyo and downtown has dispersed into the mainstream. So the question for us and for the Japanese American community is, can a community like Little Tokyo exist mostly on its cultural attributes and his historical resources? The Japanese American National
Japanese Americans have come full circle in the last 100 years. Now that they've become fully accepted into American culture, they run the risk of losing what makes them distinct, their heritage. Will there continue to be Japanese Americans in the future, or just Americans? They've survived opposition, but how will they deal with acceptance? Well, until next time, I'm Mark Joseph. We'll see you then.